Sorry, Heath.
SNP spokesperson Pete Wisher.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. And what happened to the right honourable gentleman yesterday? All afternoon, the nation was at one. What about the Mogg? Surely a big office estate awaits. A promotion is more than due. Well, maybe he shouldn't have said no more taxis in the week his Prime Minister hiked them through the roof. But anyway, we're glad he's back with us, doing what he does best, announcing the business of the week. But, Mr Speaker, this is now getting beyond the joke. The scenes from a packed PMQs yesterday were simply a disgrace, with barely a face mask on a Tory moosh. The House staff are now getting increasingly nervous and anxious about what they're observing, and it seems like the Tories have absolutely no regard whatsoever about the safety of their colleagues and the staff who are here to support and help us. And the government's own advice states, wear a face covering in crowded and enclosed settings where you come into contact with people you do not normally meet. Now, I don't normally meet any of you lot, and I'm quite happy with that situation. I've got no desire to meet you on a regular basis. And yesterday at PMQs, this place must have been about the most crowded, enclosed space in the whole of the UK. And the Health Secretary even excused the Tory no-face mask policy, suggesting you can't catch COVID from friends. Isn't it the case that this House is sending the worst possible message to the country and contributing to all sorts of confusion? Will he now be a leader? For goodness sake, put a face mask on! And we know the Leader of the House likes his obscure historical battle references, and he's probably going to quote one to me again as if I'm any way interested in what he's got to say about this. But can I tell him, there's a battle for Scotland going on just now, and it's been fought with ideas, with democracy at its core, and with a vision of what a nation can be free from this place. So he can stuff his battles of Flodden and Falkirk where his top hat don't shine, because this battle of Scotland will be won by its people.
Leader of the House.
Mr Speaker, I think in the cheerfulness and bonhomie that the honourable gentleman brings to this House, he is competing with Countess Mona Lott herself. And if that is the battle for ideas, it is ideas of gloom and doom and lugubriousness that I think are not particularly welcome in this House. As regards the issue of face masks, the policy is extremely straightforward. Face coverings are not mandatory for members in the House of Commons, the Chamber, voting lobbies, Members' Lobby and Westminster Hall. The advice of Her Majesty's Government on face coverings is that they are not required by law in the workplace, and the Government removed the legal requirement to wear face coverings in public places in indoor spaces. If you are in a crowded indoor space where you come into contact with people you don't normally meet, wearing a face covering can help reduce the spread of COVID. And, Mr Speaker, is it not interesting that the honourable gentleman, and perhaps this applies to the nationalists generally, don't normally meet other MPs? Perhaps this is because they're not very assiduous in their attendance in the House of Commons. But those on my side of the House who are rigorous and regular attendants meet one another regularly and therefore are completely in accordance with the guidance of Her Majesty's Government. And is it not a pity, Mr Speaker, that some people don't like to come to Parliament? And if they came a bit more, if they worked a bit harder, if they put their elbow to the grindstone or wherever you put your elbow to the wheel, they might not need to wear face coverings either, because they would meet members of Parliament more regularly.
Thank you.